The special cell of the Delhi police knew he was a prized catch. They knew his disclosures will be explosive. But even they were not prepared for the secrets that Tunda had guarded for years.
For over 16 years, Indian intelligence agencies were trying to hunt down India's most wanted fugitive, Abdul Karim Tunda. And when he was finally nabbed, he revealed how Pakistan's ISI was trying to carry out terror operations in the country with help of militant outfits like Lashkar-e-Toiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed. In fact, Tunda shared close relations not only with Hafiz Saeed, but also with Jaish-e-Mohammed founder, Maulana Masood Azhar.
What I would want, what we would want is not for him only to be more isolated, but for him to be arrested and deported to India, to stand trial here.
That's wishful thinking, that's really wishful thinking.
But that is something which we will keep emphasizing. The very fact that a country is giving shelter to a known terrorist, to somebody who is designated, internationally designated terrorist, I think is a matter of shame for any country to give shelter to such people. So that is something which we will keep harping on. This is just one step. I mean, there's a whole organization there. Based, I mean, I don't need to sort of tell you. There's a whole organization based in Pakistan which has an agenda of hurting India, and that has patrons in the ISI. So, I mean, that threat is there, and it's there. It's a live threat. It's there every day.
Even though he's more notorious for his bomb-making skills, in Pakistan, Tunda was now actively involved in recruiting and training of jihadis, providing explosives and printing fake currency.
Apart from carrying out terror strikes in the country, Tunda was also told to smuggle in fake Indian currency in the country. He was told to use his network, which was very active in Bangladesh. In fact, over a period of time, many say that he smuggled in at least 100 crores of fake Indian currency in India.
Basically what Tunda is telling us, he's telling us about what happened in 96 and 98 where large explosions took place in this country and how the Lashkar and he were involved in it. Basically what he's telling us now is the kind of conduit that is being used for the fake Indian currency notes, right, be it coming in from the eastern sector or the western sector. The thing is, there is terrorism with bombs and guns. The latest is economic terrorism, and that is something we've been trying to actually get a great hold of, and we get a lot of reports, a lot of fake Indian currency being pushed into the country. So I think the kind of interrogation we're doing with him, we'll come to know the kind of routes they're taking, the kind of operations that are being carried out in India to get that fake Indian currency notes. That we have already, we are taking more evidence.
During his interrogation, Tunda admitted to running madrasas across Pakistan, which received donations from individuals and various terror groups, and in turn provided young jihadis to spread terror. He is also understood to be a motivational speaker for terrorists, and through his excellent network of operatives in Bangladesh, was pushing material and men into India.
Tunda's arrest may be a big news in India, but in Pakistan, agencies refuse to talk about it. Their version: Indian citizen has been arrested along the India-Bangladesh border. What can Pakistan say anything about it? The other claim that former ISI chief was his main handler has been stoutly denied by General Hamid Gul.
But the most chilling disclosure was yet to come. During his interrogation, Tunda admitted that underworld don Dawood Ibrahim, whom he met in Karachi several times, stays in a safe house in Pakistan's port city and is guarded by Pakistan's rogue spy agency, the ISI.
Tunda's proximity to India's most wanted and specially designated global terrorist Dawood Ibrahim can be gauged from the fact that on multiple occasions, Dawood Ibrahim personally offered Abdul Karim Tunda financial aid. From the law enforcement point of view though, the real challenge is how to use Tunda's deep peep into D Company's terror network to become a bridge to India's most wanted.
Tunda first met Dawood in 2010 and from here on was an active part of most of his terror operations. These revelations finally giving some hope to Indian investigators, a possible headway in their hunt for Dawood.
Well, by catching Tunda, it's definitely he's in the top 20, top 20 terrorists of India, and it's been a big catch for the Delhi police as well as the intelligence agencies. He's under interrogation, and he is telling us a lot of things about the operations that take place in India from across the border. How he was handled by the Lashkar as well as the ISI. He met a lot of people who are the enemies of the state in Pakistan.
Then there was the other terror boss, Hafiz Saeed, the man responsible for the 26/11 carnage. Not only did Tunda know him, but also carried out several operations for the dreaded terrorist, which included a failed blast plan ahead of the Commonwealth Games in India.
If what Abdul Karim Tunda says is correct, then Indian intelligence agencies will have to revisit several assumptions about Pakistan and the ISI, because the ground reality is very different. A civilian government might be in place in Pakistan, but it's still the army and the ISI which calls the shots where terror operatives in that country are concerned.
It all depends how well they are going to make use of this great opportunity that they have got. It has got a lot of investigational value because he's involved in many cases. And obviously the police will have that anxiety to find out from him some more facts which are in the court or which are under investigation or which have gone as undetected. But more important that is that he has to be interrogated to find out what are the ISI-sponsored terrorist operations in the pipeline. His coming to India at this point is extremely significant. He hasn't come just for this. He knows that he's wanted. He knows that there will be a lot of agencies who will be trying to track him down and things like that. His coming and then coming to Delhi is extremely important. He is the man who had the linkages in Bangladesh. He was in Bangladesh. He was kept in Bangladesh for quite some time. Now, if they would like to know what are the future plans, what are the areas on which they are trying to collect intelligence and collect information, and they are planning operations.
One man, several identities, 20 addresses, a string of fake passports, and a large terror network. Abdul Karim Tunda is a minefield of information. Information that could decode terror strategies of the last 2 decades. He's the common link to 4 terror organizations. He's already squealing in custody, and as he reveals more days, dates, and dreaded operations from his diaries, the plot from here on is only going to get thicker.